Ross, Chris, well done. A big home win. Ross, job done and in fairly comprehensive fashion.
Yeah, obviously we had a good advantage at half time, and then we spoke about at half time in terms of making some changes in the second half. And yeah, it was a great game. Boys, Brady coming back into the team, getting 2 goals, Ashton coming on and affecting it, and obviously Prince getting off the mark with an unbelievable finish. So yeah, really pleasing.
Chris, that sort of first 20-30 minutes of the second half, I guess, was when you really sort of flexed your muscles, was it?
Yeah, I think we said at half time that there was an opportunity to take control of the game, and by that we meant just keep the ball a little bit and get on the ball and move it around the pitch, and that made them work, and then we got the spaces, and obviously the goals came from that, and obviously Brady's second goal, I don't know if anyone counted the passes, but there was a fair number of passes there before that actually ended up in the net, so really pleasing considering we've done some work in training, and obviously we've had a couple of training sessions now, and to see that today, a really good performance all round.
What was the message at half time? Because after a good start, I think it probably got a little bit untidy. I mean, I heard Adam shout countless times, keep the ball, and words to that effect. So what was the message at half time?
It was exactly that. It was to not rush the game. You'd got yourself into a commanding position. You then get to choose the pace of the game in that situation. So that's what it was about, and that's why we kept the ball. We moved it. We rotated it a little bit, which is different to what we did last Saturday. But as I said, that created opportunities and gaps for us to take advantage of. So really, it was you have to manage the game. We've said this before, when the players are on the pitch, you've got to manage that game, and if it means you've got to take a couple of extra touches and move the ball around, then that's fine.
Ross, you said last week the goals will come from Prince. They did today. A poacher's finish as well.
Unbelievable finish in the 18-yard box. I think, like we said this before the game, I think Prince will go on and score double figures this season. He will. What he brings to the team is that directness, and in that box now is where he's going to start finding his goals. But I think special mention again for the teenagers that have started the game. Jake Tullin, I thought, was tremendous, and the delivery for that first goal was incredible. Henley had it at left back, and then you've got your Jacob Chiltons and Prince starting the game. So yeah, and Charlie, again, we can't ask much more from them guys.
A little bit frustrated with the conceding 2 goals at the end to take it from 5-0 to 5-2.
Yeah, and we know football as well as anybody. It's if you make changes, and we made 5. Of course, the patterns are not going to be there. We didn't move the ball as well as we would have liked, but that comes with making them changes. But for us, it was important that we got those boys minutes ahead of Tuesday. And again, it's given us another headache now in terms of what we look like for Tuesday evening.
Chris, really clinical in front of goal today as well. I mean, Brady Middleton with a couple of chances, 2 goals, and to go in at 5-0 going into those last 10 minutes, I guess, gave you that cushion to be able to make those changes.
Yeah, and I think we've always tried to make changes and give, especially when there's as many games coming up and you're playing Saturday, Tuesday or Saturday, Monday, it's good to recognise that they're players that you'd like to give a rest to and have sort of 30 minutes off at the end of one game ready to go into the next game. And there was opportunities to do that, and you're going to become disjointed when you do that. But ultimately for us, it's about, as Ross said, getting players minutes, but also allowing those that have been in there to keep their shit. Like Ross said, we've had a difficult decision to make today. We've brought in, you look at the quality on the bench today, what we were able to bring on, the first 2 or 3 changes that we made, you're then still going, and then naturally when you've got 5 changes out of a 10 outfield, it's going to have that impact. But really positive, really pleased for everyone that's come in. As Ross said, the teenagers that have done the job again haven't done themselves any harm in going forward, but really nice to see, turn around and look at the quality on the bench and think we can make changes that are going to impact the game.
And a quick turnaround for Tuesday. How do you look ahead to the visit to Salisbury Rangers?
We look ahead positively. We go there, as we said before, we go there to win every game. That might be with a similar setup, it might be a different setup, it might be different personnel because some have played 90 today. You might have a look at something different, but you're actually now going in with a squad that you're not leaving people out. You are actually rotating positions now because of the quality that we've got. But we go there to give everything we've got to get another 3 points on the board. And our aim is to have a really positive November run of fixtures.
And then Ross, you've got Yaxley again next week. In a sense, does those last 10 minutes almost sort of keep you honest ahead of next week and give you an indication of what they might do at home.
Absolutely, but the flip side of that, Liam, is we've also got players to come back in that's going to give us an headache next Saturday. So albeit they might think how we've set up today is how we set up most weeks, we've got something under our sleeve in terms of the players that are to come back in. So yeah, again, we said this before we started the game. It's a double header for us. It's a 6-pointer. We've took 3 and we're going to take the other 3 hopefully next Saturday.